I'm the Librarian, and I've just finished reading Jesse Andrews' Me and Earl and The Dying Girl. Those edits seem pretty pointless right there. And obviously it's probably worth pointing out that when I say me, I don't actually mean me. This book isn't about me. And I can't say that I've ever met anybody called Earl. And as I've said countless times before, I had absolutely nothing to do with that dead girl. I've got an alibi, and this time it's a good one. Right, guys? So back off, alright? Well, this review's kind of gone off the rails a lot quicker than they usually do. So yeah, this book is about Greg, and it's about his struggles in life. He tries to befriend everyone without actually befriending anyone. His best friend Earl has rather violent tendencies, and together they make secret films. I remember when I used to make secret films with my friends. Oh, those were the days. I mean, no, I never did anything like that. Note to self, cut that bit out. They make films, pretty bad ones, and they never show anyone these films. That is until Rachel starts dying. So Greg is practically forced to befriend Rachel and start hanging out with her. And eventually Earl starts tagging along, and when he does, their secret filmmaking exploits are in danger of being revealed. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a point in this book where every single reader cringed. And why did they cringe? It's because we all have our secrets. Some secrets are pretty small and insignificant. Like the fact that in my old job, if I was having a really bad day and I was feeling kind of pissed off and annoyed, I'd answer the phone using my colleagues' names instead of mine. That way I could let off some steam, and if the customers ended up complaining, wasn't me. I found out over the years that over the phone, Craig can sound an awful lot like Greg. Poor Greg. Never knew what hit him. But some secrets are massive, they're dark and dangerous things, and they can cause more damage the longer you keep them held inside. So, with that said, I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I'm going to let you all in on a little secret that I've kept to myself for about 2 decades. I always use the words boogie and jive, saying that I prefer them to the word danks. The truth is that I say those words not because I prefer them, but because I can't actually pronounce the word danks. Danks, 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 danks! You get the point? I say the word danks with a K in it. D-A-N-K-S. Danks. I've kept that secret longer than I care to admit. Year after year of avoiding going into clubs and attending weddings. Talk of school jives would constantly bring me out in a cold sweat. I'd not be able to sleep. I'd just spend nights tossing and turning. Mainly tossing, really. My mind plagued by gigantic flashing neon signs. Danks, danks, danks. It's torture. Absolute torture. But I'd still go to these bloody things, wouldn't I? Of course I would, because I'm a numpty. I'd be encouraged to go there by my well-meaning mam. It'll be fun. You'll be fine. Stop crying. You're going to get your tie all wet. So I'd go along to the school discos, and I'd end up standing in the corner all on my own, watching while everyone had fun watching while they all had fun shaking their tail feathers. Now you might be thinking, or shouting at your screen, I don't know which method you prefer, that just because you can't say the word Craig, doesn't mean you couldn't have gone and joined in with everyone. Isn't it? You can't just go into the middle of the floor and start body popping all on your own. You need to have a partner. And school jives were hard enough for me to endure as it was. A young, closeted boy who's just starting to realise that other boys are kind of sexy and nice to look at, and all the girls are just icky and ugh. Fancying someone at that young age can be awkward enough as it is, so there was no way in hell I was going to go up to another boy and ask him if he wanted to waltz with me in front of everyone else that went to my school. Bugger that. So I was already nervous enough about talking to other boys as it was, and if I did somehow manage to find the courage to go and talk to one of them, I'd ask them if they wanted to dance with me. He'd then hear that I can't say the word, he'd laugh at me and make fun of me, and then I'd go home with my tie all wet and my self-esteem in ruins and tatters. So I spent years hiding in my room, hiding from boys and hiding from any sort of gathering or social function that had the slightest chance of foxtrotting. Until recently. Word of warning, I'm about to get kind of soppy, so feel free to stop watching. I'm in love, and I have been for over 9 years, and recently my boyfriend and I attended my cousin's wedding. And as you can imagine, at a wedding, everyone was enjoying themselves. Photographs, food, drink, laughs and jokes as people told stories about memories they'd had of everyone in the family. It was a fantastic day. And after that, you had the party, with the cake cutting and the newlyweds' first dance. And that's when I decided enough was enough. I was going to dance. I was there with the man that I loved, and I was going to grab his hand, and we were going to go onto that dance floor with all the other couples, and we were going to dance. So I pushed all my fears to one side, turned to him, and asked him if he'd do me the honour of having this dance. Naturally, me being the love of his life, he laughed, said no, and walked off in search of the buffet. Bring back the shattered self-esteem. So, moral of the book in this video? Keep your secrets to yourself. It's probably better that way. That, or I need to dump my boyfriend and find myself a new man. Nah, I couldn't do that. I love him too much. But I could find someone else and keep him on the side and just keep it a secret. Now that sounds like a plan. This plan can totally work. All I need is a car, a big net, a bottle of chloroform, and a map to either Tom Daly or Tiger Drew Honey's house. Oh, this is going to work. And I'm really good at keeping secret. You still there? This video is well and truly over with. I've got stuff to do. See ya.